I heard you want to move to Australia for free. If I were you, I would have run to this channel if it wasn't mine, okay? But of course, who wouldn't want to move to Australia for free? The fact that you've got Australia to be one of the best destinations for immigrants, nice weather, amazing people, beautiful culture, you name all the perks. I've got loads of videos on my channel to buy you over to Australia, and to top it up, you can actually move to Australia for free. And right, let's get right into this video. If you are seeing my face for the first time, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Theo and I am your captain on this channel. Before I just go ahead to tell you everything, I would like to put a disclaimer on this video. I am not an immigration officer, I'm not an immigration agent, I'm not any of those things, okay? I am a registered nurse who have recently moved from the UK to Australia, and on this channel I just share my bits and bobs of my journey and tips to help you as well. It is not a professional advice. If you need a professional advice, please seek one. It's also not a legal advice, okay? So now that we've gotten the disclaimer out of the way, this information is for general purpose, okay? I would also like to put it up here that I am not affiliated to any of the agencies or any government bodies I'm going to be mentioning here. These informations are available on public websites, okay? So yeah, now someone will ask, how can I move to Australia for free? Well, it has to do with a lot of factors, okay? So I don't know for other professions, but look, nurse gang, come closer. Nurses, healthcare workers in general, dentists, medical doctors, GPs, midwives, radiographers, all of you, if you are here watching me, it's your lucky day, because today I'm going to be giving you all the teas on how you can move to Australia for free. Yes, for free. And of course with your family, because Australia values family. There is no way they're going to take you and leave your family behind, okay? I've got my iPad here because I want you to see it as well, because I'm going to be showing you this on my screen. So yeah, I've got everything here and we're going to be reading it together. So yeah, let's get it, okay? You know I come with facts, okay? I come with receipts. Right, so the website you're going to go to find out how you can move to Australia for free is called, I'm going to leave it in the description box as well, so that you can just click and start your process, okay? So Queensland Government Health Careers is where you go over to. I'm going to put the link in the description box. I would like to say that most states in Australia would sponsor you to move to their state, okay? If you pass the interview, if you pass all the recruitment process, they're going to give you relocation bonuses, or they're going to pay for the things themselves. Now it depends on the state you're going to. I've made a video on types of visas. Like, there are some visas that you really do not need an employer to sponsor you. You can come into Australia as an independent skilled worker, okay? I'll leave links to these videos in the description box so that you can see those videos as well. But we're going to be talking mostly on how you can move to Australia for free, and one of the ways is to be sponsored by an employer, okay? Now every state has employers that are willing to sponsor you, and they will foot all the bills, literally all the bills, okay? But I'm going to be showing you one state because I don't want this video to be too bulky. But if you do not like the state I'm going to be telling you about, you can easily find the state you want and search on that state as well. You would most likely find these same benefits, okay? So this video will focus on Queensland, okay? Queensland is one of the most popular states as well here in Australia, okay? Yeah, let's go back to the website. So I want you to go on your Google and just type Queensland Health Career, and you have a page like this, okay? I'm still going to be showing you all this, and when that comes up, what you want to do is to read. Now you can see on the page it says relocation support. Now let's read together. If you're moving to Queensland from another state or territory, or from overseas, that's if you're coming from Obodo Igbo, we may be able to help with relocation costs, okay? You're hearing it from them, not me, okay? Right, let's continue. Now let's go over to helping with moving and travel costs. It says here, if you are moving to start a new job with Queensland Health, ask if we can help you with your moving cost. It depends on where your job is and your role, so it's not just everybody coming into Queensland that will be sponsored. Please don't get me wrong. Now, we may be able to help with flights. Okay, so they're going to pay your flights, airport transfer. You know, when you come down from the flight, you need a transportation to take you to your Airbnb or your hotel. Anyone, they will help with that as well. Mileage allowance, if you're driving, they will going to help you with your mileage. They're going to give you some money for your mileage as well. And overnight or temporary accommodation. So if you are coming from overseas, you might need a temporary accommodation before you're able to source your own permanent accommodation. So they're going to cover that cost. Relocating your personal belongings, including furniture or one vehicle. So now it depends if you're moving from one state to the other, but if you're coming from overseas, most people sell off their cars. There's no point really coming into Australia with your car from overseas, so most people sell that off. Your visa application and administration costs, so everything that led to your visa application, your fees for your visas, they are going to cover that, guys. Okay, initial registration cost. So as a nurse, you need to get your registration with APRA. They are going to cover that. Like they said, if you're a doctor, so you need to get your registration with your medical council, pharmacies, you know, all the good stuff. Your registration costs will be covered. These people, they want you. Okay, so now some hospitals and health services will reimburse you for your cost. So what this means is that when you finish paying all these things for your relocation process, when you get here in Queensland, some hospitals will pay you back everything you have done. Okay, and others may pay directly for some expenses such as flights. So you have two classes. One class will reimburse you. That means you need to have money to do everything yourself. When you get there, they're going to say, okay, send all your receipts to the payroll, and payroll will refund you all the money you spent in coming to Australia. And you also have another types of hospital. Okay, so that hospital is going to help you pay for the things directly. So how would you know what hospital will pay everything for you directly, or how would you find out if they are going to reimburse you? You have to discuss this during your interview phase. Okay, I'm going to be mentioning all the hospitals that are under Queensland so that you can send your applications, or so that you can apply. Okay, so if you don't have money readily available, you can start looking for employers that will pay your things directly. Like they will pay for the flights and just send you a ticket, so you don't even have to do that. Your visa, they will be the one to pay for it. You don't have to do it. So you have to discuss this during your interview. Now, who can apply? This is the big question. Not everybody will be eligible for this, and that's the truth. So look at how nurses and midwives are just at the top. Anyone joining Queensland Health can apply for relocation costs, including nurses and midwives, GPs and doctors, dentists, health professionals such as radiographers, occupational therapists, Queensland Health bonded scholarship holders, staff working in other roles. So if you're an admin, you're joining Queensland Health, you are eligible for this. Okay, so it's not only just nurses and doctors. IT, if you are joining the IT department under Queensland Health, you're eligible for this. If you're joining the finance department as well. So I feel like this is very good, and it doesn't only cover nurses and doctors, which is a good thing, because I feel sometimes they are a bit only nurses and doctors, only nurses, but this one, it covers everyone. Okay, so how do you apply? We'll talk to you about the relocation expenses during your recruitment process. If we are able to help, we'll include the details in your offer of employment letter. So when you finish your interview, they'll send you a conditional offer letter. Please read it. I know you are happy to get a job, but please read your conditional letter of employment. It's going to let you know if you're going to pay upfront all your relocation process and then they'll reimburse you, or it's going to let you know they are going to pay directly for everything, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay, so that's what I will tell you. Read. Okay, and if it is not in your conditional letter of employment, my dear, it's not there. Okay, so make sure it is there. If it's not there, it's not there. Okay, that's what I'm going to tell you. Now, they said nothing is free in Freetown. But let's find out the catch. Okay, we all know there will definitely be catch. Please, let's not pretend like we don't know that even if it's free, you have to give something in return. Okay, who is going to bring somebody all the way from Lagos come to Australia and then you don't have any commitment with them? It's not done anyway. Okay, but let's read. I think this is the best relocation bond I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so let's read. If you leave Queensland Health within 12 months of starting your job, okay, so after they brought you to Australia and you want to leave within 12 months, you may have to pay back all or some of your moving costs. It depends on how long you've worked for us. So how much you have to pay back, the first one, if you live less than 6 months, you have to pay back the whole money. So if they spend 10,000 on you, you have to pay all that 10,000 back to them if you live within 6 months. If you live within 6 to 9 months, you have to pay 2/3 of the amount. If you live between 9 to 12 months, 1/3 of the amount. Okay, so depends on how much they spent on you, that's how much you're going to pay back. Personally, I feel 12 months is not a lot of time to wait, especially if you are in a happy place. I don't think that's a lot of sacrifice to pay, because whatever they're going to do for you, it's going to be a lot, and I feel like that's the least you could do for them, to work for them. And I'm not saying you should stay in a toxic place, but I'm just saying make good research before you sign any contract like this. Read about the community, read about the city, read about the area. As long as it's safe, then the hospital review or the care home review is amazing. I would say go for it, and also don't try to break the bond. Okay, the more people break the bond, the more it closes door for other people. Okay, I always say that as long as you're not toxic, as long as you can cope for 12 months, please do. Okay, it helps the next people coming in also to benefit from these same things. Okay, but I'm not done. No, Queensland Health is here for us. Let's continue with everything. Okay, I still have some things to show you. All right, now since we've cleared the air that it is not totally, or it's not like it's, for me, I still feel it's totally free. Why? Even if you come into Australia, you still have to look for an employer, right? You still have to work. Okay, the only thing is you're now being obliged to work for this employer for 12 months. But other than that, if you come to Australia and no one sponsors you, you still have to look for an employment. You're not going to come and sit at home and just sit there. The only thing is you have a commitment, which I feel 12 months is not a lot. Okay, but anyways, if you don't want it, it's fine. If you don't like the act of being committed, that's absolutely fine. There are so many other visas that do not require you to come in with an employer. Also, you don't have to take the relocation bonus. Okay, it's optional. You have to apply for it. It's optional. If you don't want any relocation bonus, it's fine. Okay, now the workforce attraction incentive schemes. So Queensland Health is currently running a workforce attraction incentive scheme. This is because of the shortage of nurses in Queensland. Not only Queensland, in loads of states, in fact the whole of Australia. Okay, so that's why I said if you don't like Queensland, you can look for your state and then search for their incentive. When you join us from another state or make the move from overseas, you might be eligible for up to 20,000 Australian dollar. If you take a job, you might be happy for 20,000, but wait, calm down, baby, calm down, calm down. If you take a job in a regional or rural Queensland, you might be eligible for up to 70,000 Australian dollar. Guys, not 7,000, 70 point. Hey, guys, are you still waiting? Are you still doubting? This is directly from Queensland Health. This is not even agency, it's not anything. This is directly from the hospitals, and I will show you all the hospitals. Okay, but yes guys, it is real. If you go to rural areas, you're going to get up to 70,000, and if you're going to the city area, up to 20,000 Australian dollar. Like, let me be honest with you, there's a reason this incentive is there. Okay, first of all, there's shortage, and secondly, people don't like going to rural areas. Let me not lie. Okay, let me come closer. Rural areas, they have their own thing. Okay, I personally would not advise anyone coming directly from UK, especially if you are in London, Manchester, Liverpool, you know, those bubbling cities, and then you come to Australia. And normally Australia is a calm place. All over Australia is chilled. Okay, I will advise you to come here and go to a rural area, especially if it's your first time. But if you don't mind the loneliness, the distance, the whole things that come with rural area, it's fine. Okay, I'm telling you, it's fine. But if you're someone that likes a very busy place, if you go to rural area, you might regret coming into Australia. Okay, might, because you might not regret, you might like it, you might be okay. But what I'll tell you is, come, stay in the city first, and after a while you can then decide to move to the rural or remote areas. Like, you see, this incentive is still available when you are here. Like now I'm in the city, and if I decide to go to rural Queensland, I will still qualify for that 70,000 bonus. But at the time I'm here in Australia now, I'm already used to the environment. I can easily blend into the rural community, other than someone just coming from UK or Nigeria. You're trying to figure out how life is in Australia and what's up in a rural remote place. It might not be easy for a lot of people, so I'll put this out here. The money is good, but please research. Make your research. Don't go and say money, and then you enter somewhere and you start crying every night and day. Man, no do. Okay, let's go on to how you can now apply for those jobs. Okay, so you can contact the recruitment team. Okay, so now you apply directly to the hospitals I'm going to be mentioning, or you contact the recruitment team via email. Okay, so you can either contact the Department of Health. This is the email on the screen. I'm going to leave it on the screen. Or you contact the Human Resource Advisory Service. I'm going to leave it on the screen as well. So these are the list of hospitals under Queensland Health. So any of these hospitals have the ability to sponsor you and give you these relocation bonuses. The first one is Cairns and Hinterland, Central Queensland, Central West, Children's Health Queensland, Darlings Down, Gold Coast, Mackay, Metro North, Metro South, South West, Sunshine Coast, Torres and Capes, Townsville and Northwest, West Morton and White Bay. I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it very well, but please read on the screen and then apply. You can also find their emails on the screen. But yes guys, this is all I have for you. Make sure you meet the requirement. To make sure you meet the requirement. It's not just they're going to just take anybody they see. Meet the requirement, have all your licenses ready, have all your documents, and you can also check my previous videos as well before looking for a job. Yeah, they're going to carry out their pre-employment checks as well. They are going to carry out their checks as well. They will need references, they will need CV, they will need a criminal history check. So these are the things they will need from you. When you apply for a job with Queensland Health, you need to get your CV ready, evidence of vaccination, criminal history check, proof of registration. So if you're a nurse, you need your AFRA license already first before you can apply. Later, from your private health insurance company to say you have cover, and other employment checks they're going to ask. Okay, so yeah, you also need to get your reference from your current employer. But these are the major requirements, and I hope you find this video useful. Most of you asked for this video from my last video on the total cost spent. And yes, if you're wondering if I moved here for free, I also did move here for free. I mean, not totally free, but I was reimbursed. Okay, my employer did not pay everything, paid everything, but I was given a relocation bonus. Okay, so invariably I was here for free, but I had the money to pay for my things first, and when I got here I got the money back. But as you can see on this scheme, you can get employers that will pay everything directly for you. You don't have to pay from your pocket. Okay, so yes guys, I hope you find this video useful. Let me know if you find it useful. Like, comment, share this video. See guys, we're almost at 20k. Let's get to 20k, please. Yes, and I also want to ask you for a favor. If you want a video, you can request a video under the comment section. Okay, let me know what kind of topics you want me to talk about, especially if you're trying to move down here, what you would like to know more about Australia, and let's get the ball rolling. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.